memo from staff, from Ian and Erica, with some operational considerations regarding Wilson Drive construction or design options. The second is a draft request for qualifications for design services, design and engineering services. You may recall that in the past, when we received the report from the task force steering committee, we said that we'll likely go out in a two-phase design and engineering with a two-phase approach. And this request for qualifications reflects that. It will come back after some of the comments received in committee, and it will come back for us to approve at a future meeting. But the idea was that we understand that the steering committee is going to meet on the 15th of this month. And the steering committee's meeting to discuss any further comments on the report that was given to us in draft from MSA consultants, as well as any other considerations that the steering committee representing the entire task force wants to have memorialized in some way. And memorialized in some way beyond the PowerPoint deck, that the presentation that she gave us last week. So the steering committee is going to work on potentially that memo as well as comments for the MSA report. The MSA report has yet to be issued in final form to the village. It will be received. We'll receive it in the SIC and to the board. But at the same time, we can start this process of thinking about this RFQ, and it's very purposely written the way it was written as a request for qualification. There is not a defined scope. We are considering rebuilding this. What is your experience with doing that? And from there, from the responses, we'll select someone and negotiate a scope, which might include a traffic study, which might include preparing several options, which might include however we define those those terms. We saw, So that's where we are. We'll bring this back through committee and to the full board for approval, hopefully next meeting.
Thank you.
The reason we wanted to, the reason for the overlap is that we're trying not to continue to bite off chunks of time in 2-week increments. And so by having a little bit of an overlap here between when the steering committee, the last time they were here before us, the steering committee said they were done. The task force said they were done, and they decided to have another meeting, which is certainly their prerogative. But we wanted to at least start the process of drafting an RFQ.
There's a staff memo in the packet. I know we're not ready to we want to move through this. Is there going to be an opportunity to address the recommendations from staff on room widths and such?
At whatever time we would like to.
Can we put it out, unless we want to do it tonight, can we put it on the next
Well, we
agenda?
don't have
I don't think we made any recommendations. I think it was mostly observations as to what you would consider with each of those scenarios.
The one that I'm most concerned about would be the WISTAT requires a 5-foot bike lanes in order to get funding, and it says if the desire is to narrow the road with as much as possible, other bike accommodations are better suited, such as a fog line that is presently along Wilson or 4-foot bike lane. So I don't know if that was a recommendation or just a statement, but I would like.
Consideration. I interpreted it as a consideration.
Okay, so that'll, and this goes into our How does this relate to the RFQ?
It's just part of the library of documents which include our road plan and the PowerPoint deck, the memo, if the steering committee develops a memo, it includes the library includes the Conservation Committee memo regarding environmental elements.
So these are all things that inform the bidders.
I just wanted to clarify, when you talk about the library, and I brought up in committee, including the MSA report in that library, because that actually that report was never presented to the Wilson Drive Steering Committee. It was brought up after the last meeting and presented at a board meeting, and the steering committee had never seen it, had never had an opportunity to comment on it. There were a lot of things in that, and actually, the steering committee, I think back in October when we talked about hiring the consultant, there was some discussion about it, and the committee decided to do a much more restricted scope. We just wanted 4 concepts, and we just wanted something very simple and much more restricted. What we ended up getting from the consultant was not really what the steering committee had directed and asked for. And I'm concerned that and I want the public to know, and I want everyone on the board to know, that MSA report, I feel, has never been approved by the steering committee and does not represent the steering committee or the year-long process that many of us have been involved in. And I would hate to see that report on the website. I would hate to see that report continue to be referenced in future years. I think we have to give the steering committee an opportunity to edit that report down to what it was that we were looking for.
Yeah, and I think there have been, Erica told me there were people that gave her edits or suggestions or comments, steering committee members. Certainly the steering committee's meeting, the steering committee is hopefully putting a memo together to incorporate those sorts of comments and any sort of comments so that that MSA report isn't representing their work, and that PowerPoint deck, which requires some narration, it's, a PowerPoint deck is only that, it's only something to supplement the presentation. It doesn't take the place in my mind of a full report. The steering committee will have some memo to fill in the blanks. And in the report that was presented to us was presented to us. We accepted the draft report. We didn't adopt it either at the committee level. Certainly the task force didn't adopt it. We didn't adopt it at the committee level nor at the board level. It's simply a report that was prepared as a draft report. When we see the final, we'll see the final.
And typically reports are not formally adopted by the board because they're just meant to inform, that's not a formal plan. I would just like to note that. And then trustee Meyer, we do have 2 trustee liaisons, board liaisons to the steering committee, so I heard very clearly what trustee Amenta's opinion is. Would you agree with that the report is that far off?
I just think it's that far off, and I think it also provided some additional information. Leanne and Erica's memo provided additional information. I just think an opportunity for the committee to edit and make suggested changes to the report. But I'd like to focus on moving this project forward. I think I just would like to get the engineers working, the traffic study going, so we can get this project done. I mean, we've had so much process. I think we have a pretty clear understanding of the direction we want to go. We have decisions ahead of us, but let's keep looking forward and gathering more data and moving it forward. I had a question on the fire accessibility. It said you needed a 20-foot street width for fire.
From what?
Fire vehicle accessibility, so they can stage
Emergency.
emergency vehicle.
Minimum 20 feet.
That would be Erica's problem. I'm
Okay,
afraid
I
I
was just
can't
curious what
comment on that.
how that plays in, because that could
Right, it
be.
eliminates boulevard is what they're saying. unless you don't.
Yeah, that was my question. What are staging areas? Are they every 100 feet or are they just areas to park the vehicle? Or what?
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
an engineering said.
Yeah. When do we need to, on our timetable, you're gonna bring this RFQ back?
Next
meeting?
I would like to think we can improve it next time, and
Okay.
we're real close.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. That was your 2 minutes.
That was very generous.
Well done.
Okay, that takes us to reports from those officials. I have one, the appointment of Mr. Richard Cole to the Police Commission from the fire expiration. Any trustees? This is reports from village officials.
I guess it's kind of five. This Saturday is February 10th is Rose of Blow.
It's what?
Rose of Blow out at Atwater. It's a $5 fee and it's donated to the rec department. And it's just local retail shops as well as those within the immediately surrounding areas and event.
It's at the Atwater
It's at,
Elementary
it
School.
starts at 9.
9 to 2.
9 to 2 at Water Elementary.
I assume it's in the cafeteria area?
Yeah.
back there?
The annual event.
Okay, thank you. I haven't been to the peak yet. Yes, sir.
I have 2 items. One, just to report this last Saturday, there was a number of, I don't know, several hundred, I think, residents, was it 300, that gathered here and marched to the lake, and a show of solidarity and support for all of our citizens, all of our immigrants. Thank you. And it was a real cold day to be marching about and standing at the lake, but it was really something to kind of look at the crowd and see. And it was, I think, a perfect cross section of Shorewood, young and old, to the black and white, people from all parts of the village. And I was proud with the number of us that were there to be a part of that on Saturday. The other comment was, last week was the first of the Conservation Committee's 3 film festival. They screened Racing to Zero, a very inspirational movie about what the city of San Francisco did in reducing their waste, and really, I mean, in a big way. It makes, in one sense, makes me feel almost ashamed of the nominal tiny things we're doing here in Shorewood, in a tiny village. But it was, again, with the village center was full, 100+ people there for that screening, and there was some good discussion afterwards. There are 2 more coming up in the next several weeks, and the dates and films, I know we're doing Damnation on March 5th? 10th. And the director of the Milwaukee River Keepers will speak briefly before that. And the other film is,
The True Cost, which is April 21st, which is right before Earth Day.
you know,
Does anyone provide, is there anyone that provides, I wasn't able to go because I was working, but is there a way to get those little points of how the other community did it? Reduce waste, you know?
It's on their website. If you go to the city's
To
website.
the California city or
San
San Francisco?
San
Francisco.
Yeah.
Probably download.
Was it San Diego or San?
We
San
purchased,
San
Francisco.
Oh, we did.
so I think the movie is being then now is given to the library, or we keep it?
Yeah, yeah, that's what we normally do
Oh,
with the
okay.
film festival. It's donated then to the library.
Thank you.
It's 50 minutes, 40 minutes, it's a worthwhile.
I-
Is it screened on YouTube or something?
Probably.
They might have clip, like 2-minute or 3-minute clips on YouTube.
For people like you of the YouTube generation. Oh. Or people like you in the library generation.
It's probably on there.
What's he saying?
What is he saying?
Feisty it.
I wouldn't know if it doesn't work.
Any other reports? Move on to reports from,
Yes.
oh, you just snuck it in there under the wire.
Yes, so, thank you. So an update on committee life. On February 13th, we're having a collaborative meeting with the chairs of boards and commissions that can actually collaborate. So I won't list them all, but do you want to,
What day of the week
It's
is
like
it?
8
it's
or
a Monday.
What is that? I know you mentioned it before, is it board committees, or is it?
No.
Oh.
Citizen committees.
Citizen committees, okay.
Right, so we've invited the chairs, and it will be publicly noticed because,
Oh, good, yeah. Do you know the date?
February 13th, 7 PM.
7 PM and at?
I think it's
We
here.
have the committee room.
Oh, we have the
for it.
committee room.
Yeah.
And it's just a chance for chairs that, to talk about their upcoming initiatives and see if there's any synergy, the efforts to collaborate.
And that's not a board